Hello model railroaders, my name's Dave. Welcome back to the layout. Well, as you can see, I've been a little bit busy. Last video I was mentioning that I found my C630s were having motor issues, I'll just say, and I ended up removing the motors and making them dummies, and the plan was to add them into my coal train, which I have successfully been able to do after getting my track clean after not running anything for a month. And I'll just pan down the coal train, and here comes the other dummy CN Loco C630 now. So that looks a little better aesthetically, having the one point at each end of the loco consists. So I'm quite happy with that, and adds an extra couple cars in length to the train as well. So running long trains, I've got no problems with that. As long as I've got no derailments or decouplings, I'm happy. But I think that's in and around 86 cars, I'm thinking right now, is probably the number, counting the two dummy locos. So I think that's about as long as I'm going to run it. So what else have I been working on? Well, the two control panels, as you can see, are now lit. Yay! So they're all powered up. All of the wiring is complete. All of the tortoises are active through the control panels. So it's nice having the yard all toggle switch actuated to throw the turnouts. The only one that I've done on this is the crossover going from the yard exit to the main line entrance, and I've just done a little zip tie anchor and a zip tie attachment to the two torti. I guess it's torti there, and the other one here to the far right and the other one over to the far left deal with going into the roundhouse yard. So I'm not going to attach them up yet. I just wanted to get the exit to the yard dealt with. Now I did want to show you underneath the layout here, because I realized that I may not have said anything, and I'm going to try and zoom you in through the wiring if I'm hopefully be successful, so that you can see what I did for a very hard to reach turnout actuation location. So that one turnout there that you can see the hinge, and I don't think it's a little hard for that cross piece of spring wire, or yeah, I guess it is spring wire, piano wire, I believe it probably is, to just pivot off the end of the tortoise through a couple of loops that I did with the pliers, and then up to a hinge, and that hinge is the pivot point that allows that turnout to actuate back and forth. And I think I'll crawl under and see if I can show you the other side, so bear with me as I loop around here and see if I can get a half decent angle of that there. So as you can see, it just comes straight horizontally off the turnout and then goes at a 90-degree loop, and then there's a nut and bolt that pinches the wire as it goes up through the layout. So as the turnout actuates left and right, it just acts as a pivot point to cause that to throw. So I haven't really seen anyone do this specific style, so I thought I would throw that out there for you to propagate the knowledge. And yes, the mess of wiring. Don't you just love crawling under your layout, dealing with wiring? So, well, let's go back up top. Oh, getting old. Snap, snap, snap of the knees. So, one more turnout panel to attach for the quarry yard, but I'm not going to do that exactly yet. I do want to kind of sort out, which is the next bit, is to get some L brackets hot glued to the cardboard there and see how I want to put my screen block on that section, because though the weather's nice at the moment, it is getting cooler. We're heading into fall, and I want to get the rest of my woodwork done so that I can cut those 1x4 pieces to attach the plywood to, and to get those last two triangular sections built so that I can get that top part done and I don't have to deal with that out in the garage in the winter, because it's an unheated garage and I'd rather do it a lot less headache of gearing up in all the warm weather, or cool weather clothing, I guess, to stay warm, and having to saw and cut out in the garage. So, I guess we'll just say it's a vlog update, if you will. I know there's a few train shows here in Southern Ontario that are coming up between the end of September and October. So if you're any of viewers here in Southern Ontario, I hope you have a great time. And that's all I got for you this cycle. I'm just going to enjoy running the trains a little bit tonight and get back at it tomorrow. Oh, I am reminded, because speaking of cleaning, so I hadn't ran my layout for a month, and as you can see in there, that all that fuzz is just a month's worth of accumulation of miscellaneous debris on the layout. See if I can knock it out. And that's why I really like this this vacuum car, because all that fuzz is just what floated onto the layout over a month period. So between that and the CMX cleaning car to give the tracks a rub with the 99% isopropyl alcohol, you know, that's seems to work for me. I gave it about 5 laps around, and as you can see, the train is running very smoothly, no jerkiness or anything. It's running as we all hope our trains run, without issue. And actually I'm going to throw on the AccuTrax speedometer and let's see what we're running at before I end the video. It'll be interesting when I get some more mainline track done up on the upper level, as when this one goes around the helix it loops itself, I believe, twice. So it's actually kind of neat watching it ascend up the helix, watching it chase its own tail, so to speak. It's, yeah, I get a kick out of it. So about midway around. Should be coming around the curve. There we are. And I'm guessing somewhere in the high 50s is what it's running at scale miles an hour. So let's see how close I am. I'm going to say around somewhere around 55. And the winner is 39. Wow, I'm really off. I've actually got to do some research and see what a freight train of this type, what the actual speed is that they run. I've never gotten that deep. I've always been still focused on getting the layout assembled and dealing with the scenery, so I've never really gotten into the operation aspect of it yet. But you know, it's a 20-year hobby, so as long as we've all got our health, the hobby never ends. There's always something more that can be done. Super detailing, or ripping out the old and applying new ideas and techniques to what we've already got. Adding new stock, super detailing the stock. So anyway, have a great week and the rest of the weekend, and you know, hopefully you'll get the opportunity to get down and work on or run your trains as well this weekend. So good health to everybody, and bye for now.